Hey guys, welcome back to Disrespect Disc Golf. Today, I'll be doing a battle between the Latitude 64 Pure and the new prototype Peak. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I've had this Pure for a while, and the Pure is a great mid-range from Latitude. It's a staple in a lot of players' bags. This one is pretty nice, not too shallow, not too deep, and I love the Huck Lab stamp on this. I don't really bag this because sometimes it's a little bit iffy for me, but a lot of players love the Pure, and so I'm excited to compare it today to the new Peak. So the Peak is essentially very, very close to the Pure, but with like a small little micro bead on the bottom, if you can see that. So really the differences between these two are very, very subtle, but I've never really compared the flights of both of these. So obviously Latitude made this prototype for a reason, so they wanted to add a bead on there, and it has to be different enough from the Pure itself. Other than the bead, it seems the exact same. This one might have a tad more dome on it, but I think overall it's basically the same hand feel more or less. This one does feel just a tad deeper in my hands. Today I'm at a new course here in Jacksonville. This is called Powers Park. It's a little 9-hole course. We've got short and long pads here. I'll be doing the short pads today from these, and I'll be throwing these off every shot and also putting with them. It's a little head-to-head 9-hole battle between the Peak and the Pure. We'll see which one takes the cake, and here's what I'll do. Comment below which one of these discs you think will win and by how many strokes. So for example, you could say Peak wins by 2, or you could say Pure wins by 1, Pure wins by 3, whatever. Comment which one you think is going to win. These are for driving and putting. This one's going to be neutral, maybe a tad flippy, and this one's going to be neutral with a little bit of stability on there. So comment below which one you think is going to win, and if you're right, I will add that disc into the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, coming probably summer 2025 is what I'm thinking is going to be the giveaway. I think I'll probably hit 200 subs by then. 2,000 subs, sorry. I already have 200. I would hope I have at least 200 by now. Let's get off to it. Okay, hole 1, it's just right through there. There's a little gap you can see through there. I don't know if you can see this tree on the right, but we do have a Mando. So it's either like some sort of forehand that misses those trees, or a backhand out here. I think I'm gonna try like a standstill backhand because there's a lot of airspace out there to the right, and then have it crash in. I'm gonna flip the Peak to see which one goes first. Heads is the Peak, and then tails is the Pure. Okay, Peak goes first. That's convenient because it's already in my right hand. Very short course here. 185 feet, par 3 for the first hole here. Go standstill, maybe a touch of hyzer. Got to get left. Okay, that's circle 1. Maybe a bit more hyzer on the Pure here. Also, don't go to the end of the video and just cheat. I have to somehow trust you that you'll have integrity to guess which disc is going to win and by how many strokes at the beginning of the video, and not just scroll to the end. So please don't cheat. Even though sometimes I have channel mulligans and cheat, I would just ask that you don't follow my bad example. Oh, that's nice. That's tasty. It might be long. I can't tell what kind of skip it got, but we got putts. Okay, so just walking up here, the Pure is absolutely parked. Perfect shot. Got a little bit of work left here with the Peak. Quick shout out to Goliath Discs. I love this little mini here. Super awesome. If you want to pick one up, use my discount code CAMRAB10 at goliathdisc.com. Link is in the description. And these minis are awesome. They come in this blue. We've also got this reddish pink color, and then we also have like a dark, deep purple. And this plastic is so nice here. I love it, absolutely love it. And it's like a premium plastic disc, but in a mini. And they actually fly pretty nice too, kind of stable. So I think they're like like $5 each, maybe $10. Goliathdisc.com, use my discount code, get you some good minis. Okay, I've putted with the Sense Peak before, the baseline one, but not a fan of putting with premium, but that's what we're doing today. Low. All right, well, Pure takes an easy stroke on hole one. Absolutely parked. 1 under and even. Off to hole 2. Okay, the Pure has the box now. Hole 2, 275. Right through there, you kind of see the yellow band between all those trees down that line. We do have a mana forcing against the left. Doesn't really come into play though. Just a big hyzer. Maybe push the Pure on hyzer, let it stand up and finish. And this one, maybe just slight hyzer, maybe flat because it's got more stability. And Pure's got the box. Missed that. Oh, a little bit of cabbage. Edge of C1. Here we go with the peak now. See if I can get this farther out there. You did not just turn like that. Oh, wow. Woo! A little bit extra torque and it just flipped over and just barely rode to the right of the Mando tree. That's going to be an easy, comfortable lead for the Pure now. That's going to be an up and down bogey for the peak. All right, this is a new course, so it doesn't have a drop zone, but I'm going to play it right next to this Mando tree. Get up and down for a bogey here. All right, that should be a bogey. A little bit of work left with the Pure. It did hit some trees on the way coming in. Long bid. This is actually probably 55 feet, maybe 60. C2. Sit down. Okay. Bogey save. That's on me. Putting has been shaky recently. That's a double, so that's 2 over. This is an unbiased video. This is to stay at 1 under, have a 3-stroke lead. Totally unbiased video, guys, I promise. Okay, Pure still has the box here. Hole 3 from the Reds, the short pad. 280 right there in front of you. Do have some soggy, muddy ground, so I'm gonna just try to not slip. Probably go right gap on hyzer with this one. Oh, I slipped. Look at that skid mark. Gonna go more on the dry side here. Yeah. Okay, the peak has a chance for a birdie, and I gotta get up and down with a Pure for a par. So only a couple shots in, my initial thoughts, they do feel very similar in the hand, and they're both decently glidey, not like crazy glidey, but they will stay in the air for a good bit. I do like the Pure, honestly, as a throwing putter. I guess I haven't thrown in a while, or yeah, the Pure. So it's been a while since I've actually held it and thrown it. Feels pretty good. I think it feels a little bit better in my hands than the Peak does. I'm not a huge bead guy. It only does have like a very small bead, but it makes a difference. But so far, both are pretty good. Okay, well, we can't just only do backhands the whole video, so a little forehand slight turnover maybe. Go. That's gonna be short, and now that I see the Peak, I think the Peak is like 15 or 20 feet. Yeah, the Peak is pretty dang close. That's a birdie putt right there. This one's for par. Just the one thing I don't want to do today is be over par with either one of these discs. It's an easy course. Would like to shoot under par with both. Okay, well that one's back to even now. It's been a while since I've putted with premium plastic. And the Peak has a birdie. 1 over now. And then this is for 4, so this is gonna drop it back to even. Okay, so 3 strokes. Cut down to 1-stroke lead for the Pure, just like that. Okay, just like that. The Peak is only 1 stroke behind, and it has the box. Hole 4 here from the shorts, 240, right there, straight ahead. Kind of want to go over the water and come left at the end. It's just right under that tree in the shade. Here we go, peek. If I get a good shot with this, it might pique your interest enough to buy it. A little too stable. Oh, a little deep as well, okay. It's good to know. Too much hyzer as well. But that's about pin high. I kind of early released those just a tad. But I'd rather do that than pull it in the water or just do something stupid like that. Have you guys ever gotten up to your lie and then you see another disc and you're like, oh, that might be like a free disc with no name on it? And then you just realize like it was one of your drives as well. Because I just did that. I threw these two, then I threw a zone, because it's been like a year probably since I've thrown a zone. And I saw it down there, I was like, oh, somebody left a disc. Yeah, this somebody. This big old clown here. Okay, here we go, birdie putts. Oh, sit. Oh, it's rolling. Oh, stop. Stop. Oh, that just rolled like 20 feet down the hill. Not quite in the water though. This was like the slowest roll down here. Super unfortunate. Par putt coming back. Sit. Don't do it again. Are you kidding me? Now for the bogey. That disc does not want to go in the basket. That was one off the drive, 2, 3, 4. I just took a double bogey when I could have easily had a birdie. Gosh. Finally get to the pier now. Okay, well. Fun fact. The pier doesn't roll, but the peak rolls. Okay, hole 5 here, 210 feet. Right there, you got Amanda forcing you left, and you got a tree right here. So up the gap, little 200-foot shot. Pier has the box. Just low all the way. Touchy distance. See if I can correct with the peak here. Get left a little bit. Okay, peak is pin high, and the pier is like circle 3. We got a chance to drop this in here. Not crazy far. And it's not a super stable putter, so I'll glide a little bit. Get left, get left. Knew it. I literally just knew that was in. Okay, the pier finds another way to get a birdie. Let's see if I can make one from the peak a lot closer. Alrighty, pretty good shot. It was pretty straight the whole flight after some torque. See if I can get a star frame here. Come on, peak. You gotta step the game up here. You're losing by a lot now. 1 under to 3 over now. It just feels deeper in my hands. I'm used to more of a shallow feel for the putters, so that's why I'm making the pure, making it from downtown. I don't know if you guys could see that from the camera when I made that long putt with the pure, but the way that the Huck Lab die spun like that, like when it was in the chains in the basket, it was so satisfying. All right, this one better be a star frame. 165 feet from the shorts, right there. Just a little simple hyzer here. We do have kind of a low ceiling with that tree, and then one tree kind of guarding the basket, which if I hit that, it would be like a 30 to 35 foot putt. Pier has the box still. See how this does in like a small little forehand here. Oh, it flips. Get right. Okay, circle's edge. See how this one does, same line. A little bit more stability. Should finish a little bit harder. Finish. Dead straight. A couple feet closer. All right, birdie putts. Pier's up first. Got it. Now the peak. This one needs a birdie badly. Barely. First star frame. Rightfully so on a 160-foot hole. All right, now we're 2 under and 2 over. Pure still has the box. 185 feet here for hole 7, right through there. Kind of a tough line. You can go forehand. I'm gonna try to do that because there's the most airspace and just try to be touchy with these. A lot of forehand, give it some height, let it coast up there in that space, crash back down. I just gotta go. Okay, not the greatest. Peak has a chance to capitalize here. And get right, get right. Okay, that's edge of C1, I think. That one's better. I could easily lay up, take a par, but you guys came to see the differences of the flights and of the putts, so there's no sense in laying this up. Sit. Okay, it was a bit weak. I think the pure is still out just by a tad. It's basically neck and neck for the par save. All right, Peak is trailing by 4. This is to cut it to 3. All right, getting a little bit tighter now. 2 under and 1 over. But now the Peak has the box. All right, only 2 holes left, and we have already seen a couple big stroke swings. I think we saw a 2-stroke swing and maybe even like a 3-stroke swing on some of these holes. Hole 8 here, 245, directly straight. If you go too far left, it slopes down and there's water to the left. I'm just gonna try to hit these flat, pipe it right at it. No sense in doing a forehand because if that turns over, that's water. And a backhand line is tough with the hydrics, there's a lot of trees. So, straight at it. Here we go. Oh, that's right, the Peak has the box. It's low, it's very low. The wind got it. Pure, this could be the death sentence for the Peak. Still a little bit low, but we got some putts. This is a must make for the Peak if it wants any chance at winning. There is water on the next hole, so anything could happen, but it can't lose strokes here. Get left, hurry! Oh man, a little deep. I do have a kind of a big comebacker now. Okay, this could be the nail in the coffin for the Peak if I make this. Wanted it. It was very close. That's a better putter in my opinion so far because I personally like putters that have more glide and understability. If you do like putters that are more stable, that would be the Peak. So we've got 2 different worlds colliding here. Stable putters and unstable putters. I vote for understable. It's clearly doing better in general. Maybe that's just because of my game though. Maybe if you're a player that likes to throw stable stuff, you come out here, do this challenge, and the Peak wins by a lot. So different with every player, but as you can see, I favor the understable side. Par with the pure, 2 under. Okay, for the par now. Oh my goodness gracious. It just must be the depth of this and the bead. It's just not coming out cleanly for me. Gosh. That's a 5. So this one goes back down to 3 over. Pure's at 2 under. We got a 5-stroke separation heading into the last hole. I never would have thought that. All right, hole 9. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Like and subscribe for more content. This one is 215 feet, right through there. There's not even like a really good gap here with this, honestly. I feel like it's gotta be forehand, unfortunately. I can't do a spike hyzer, it's just not gonna get there. Backhand up the middle, it's just, there's no real line, so I gotta do like a forehand hyzer flip here. Sit. Okay, that's a little deep, but it's hard to get the right line unless I give it a lot of power here. Missed the trees. Okay, we got similar length putts here to finish out. Okay, here's what I'm looking at. I could try to just go I mean, it's framed up for me. It was really tempting. Should I just try it for the video? Oh, I hit the gap at least. All right, see if the Pure can finish out with a birdie. It's already 5 strokes ahead. Oh, toilet bowl spit out. It was left side. I'm telling you, this disc does not want to go in the basket. Oh my gosh. It's only a throwing putter. It's not a putting putter, for me anyways. Premium plastic deep disc putting, stable. No, I don't like it. All right, it's gonna be 2 under for the Pure. And that's gonna be an unfortunate, I think, 3 over for the Peak. 3 over and 2 under. Well, as long as my calculations are correct, the Pure is the winner by 5 strokes. If you said that you're bold and that is a big separation, I don't think I would have even guessed that myself. But if you do say that, as long as you don't cheat, then I'll add this to my 2,000 subscriber giveaway coming this summer, probably June or July. We'll see. I'll be back in the States in July, so probably around then. But let me know your thoughts on these 2 discs. I prefer the Pure a lot more, putting and throwing. This one isn't bad though. If you have bigger hands or if you like more stable discs, this one's going to be great for you. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you've also gotten a chance to throw this, because this is still a prototype. Not many people have this disc yet, but when it comes out, which I think is February or March, you should definitely check it out. Get your hands on one. That's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.